So with the great Joshua Redman for our rehearsal for our Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra John Coltrane show this weekend. Rehearsal sounded great. You're a tenor player. You're playing the music of John Coltrane. What can we expect?
You never know. This is jazz. I can say it's a tremendous honor to be playing Coltrane's music, especially with the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra. This is the first time that I've ever played with them, and really only the second time that I've been allowed in this building.
Wow.
So I'm really excited to be here, and playing Coltrane's music for a saxophone player is a tremendous honor, and also quite intimidating because Train changed everything, especially for us tenor players. And I've been listening to his music probably literally since around the day I was born. But I've gone through periods where I had to stop listening to Coltrane just to, because it's too overwhelming. You hear music like that, and it's like, what else is left?
Right.
But this is a fun way to kind of reintroduce myself to his music, especially because we're playing with a big band. It's got to be something completely different, than playing with a quartet.
That rehearsal, it was just like an attack of saxophones. I mean, all the horns and everything. I mean, even the trumpets just playing staccato stuff. What's it like doing a big band arrangement of Coltrane?
I don't know. I've never done a big band arrangement of Coltrane, but playing them, I have to admit, going into this, I knew it was going to be great because this band is incredible, and there's so many. All their musicians are best in the world, and there's some of the best composers and arrangers. But there is something. The idea of playing a lot of Coltrane's music, classic quartet music with a big band is a provocative idea, let's say that, and so I was wondering, just going into it, curious about, how was it going to feel and how was it going to sound, because you can't try to capture the feeling of the quartet with the big band, but at the same time there's an essential spirit of a lot of this music which you don't want to lose. But I think that, the arrangements that the cats have done really, do a good job balancing honoring that tradition and also trying to find something new in the music.
You're a great saxophone player. Tell us about the instrument itself, your love for it. What is it that?
I don't. I've always loved I love other instruments, but I always felt that saxophone was the instrument for me. Some people would say because my dad played, but I didn't grow up with my father. I grew up with his music, but didn't grow up with him. And I probably like many would probably sing if I could, but I can't sing. So for me, the saxophone is that's my voice. That's my voice.
And you've gone through different changes in your music. I know you were playing with electronics for a while, and
we won't speak about that.
You were packing that up in Newport one time, and you said, "Now I'm going back to acoustic."
I never left acoustic, but yeah, I've always, I grew up listening to all kinds of music, and I've always tried to. I am a jazz musician first and foremost, but I've never felt that jazz needs to be an exclusive choice. For me, I grew up listening to jazz, but I also grew up listening to, Indian music and African music, Middle Eastern music, Indonesian music when I was very young, and then I grew up listening to classic rock, and classic soul, funk, and hip hop. I remember when there was no hip hop.
Yeah, me too.
And all that music is a part of me, and so I've always felt as a jazz musician that choosing to be a jazz musician doesn't mean choosing not to be informed and influenced by and inspired by other musicians.
Well, welcome to Jazz Lincoln Center.
Thanks.
And
great to be here.
Good to have you.
My pleasure. Thanks.